Up next on the Tesla Plaid channel. Whole new blower here, Magnuson now. And Greg thinks it might be worth an extra 100 horse. Welcome back to the Tesla Plaid channel. We're out of Bradenton Motorsports, June 6, 2024. It's a hot one out here. You can see it's 95 degrees at the moment. We're going to start at 90% battery state of charge. We're going to race my buddy Greg and his COPO Camaro over here. Very few cars out here in this heat. Greg just put a brand new blower on his COPO. His Whipple seized up, had a big problem out here. The belt came off the blower, severed the transmission lines, put tranny fluid all down the track. Big problems. Greg's COPO all the way. Did it die, Greg?
Blew the belt off.
Oh yeah.
The belt blew off again and cut the transmission lines.
Oh,
can you believe that?
shoot.
It must be training fluid all over the track. You know, this isn't straight.
I think he spent 15-20 grand on the repairs because he went with a brand new Magnuson blower instead of rebuilding the Whipple. He just wasn't comfortable going back to a Whipple supercharger. He only made a couple passes last night. Test didn't go so well. We didn't have traction last night, but we're hoping to have better traction out here at Bradenton, and we'll make a couple of runs. We'll swap lanes. All right, round one for tonight with the COPO Camaro on his new build with a Magnuson blower. And the question of tonight is going to be, will we hook up? Hey man, how's it going tonight?
922.
Nice, thank you. Nice, thank you. So we went down in the right lane, which always gives us a slower trap speed here at this track for whatever reason, and we stayed under 150 miles an hour. Even on our first pass at 90% state of charge, we ran a 922 at 149.38 miles an hour. On that Pro Tree, we had a 260 reaction. We were very shallow stage. I just barely tickled that second staging bulb. We had a 596 eighth mile at 119.2. Greg had a great reaction time. Look at that, a 76 on the Pro Tree, but he was spinning. You can see it in his 168/60 foot and his 431 to the 330. By 300 feet or so, he had traction. He had a 637 to the eighth mile. He was also doing 119, same as us. It's probably only 2 cars back, because even though there's about 4/10 difference there on the ET, he was 2/10 better on the reaction time, so he's really only about 2/10 behind at the eighth mile. And he came on with mile an hour, 154.6 miles an hour, but ran a 960. And the margin at the finish line, 0.19 seconds, which would be less than 2 car lengths. Fun run. Let's talk to Greg.
No hook, bro.
Were you able to gather it up by a half track?
I got back in it.
Yeah, you were doing 119 at the eighth mile, same as me. If you look at our tickets.
I was moving, but I'm low in the 2-step. I want to see if this makes a damn difference.
And you trap with good mile an hour. You know, you trapped at 154.
Yeah, it's
all right, here comes round 2 with the COPO Camaro. I need to have a better tree, but if I line up deep, it's going to hurt my ET. And I do like a good ET. We're at 87% battery state of charge. We found a sticky line here. We're in the Pro Tree lane again. I think it was is I heard his engine rev up, so I thought he saw the light. Of course, there was no light there, and I red lit so bad I'm not even going to get a time slip here for it. Because if you red lit to a certain degree, then you don't even get a time. That's too bad. I'm not sure I've ever red lit like that on a Pro Tree, like stupid like that. I've staged deep, saw yellow and red lit, but I've never red lit before the yellow. I was too early for a slip, yeah? Thanks. So I'm pretty sure that's the first time I red lit to the degree that I didn't get a slip. Don't think I've ever done that before, Pro Tree or Sportsman. Obviously, it'd be real dumb to do it on a Sportsman because you got to at least see the first yellow. Not to mention the second or third yellow coming down. We leave on the third yellow in this car. On a Pro Tree, it's a different animal. You really can't anticipate it. As much as I thought it seemed like the right time, and I heard his engine rev, and I never saw yellow. And I jumped, and I paid a price for it. I lost the race, and I didn't even get a slip showing my time, which felt like a pretty good ET otherwise, because I think we hooked up and all the rest, but we'll never know. All right, maybe we'll try it again later, because I don't think Greg got a good pass either. All right, sorry about that, man.
About what?
About the red light.
Ah, so what? That's racing.
So here's what happened. I heard your engine come up,
Yeah.
and I thought you were leaving. So I jumped, which I don't think I've ever jumped that early that I didn't even get a ticket, and I had no numbers on the board.
Oh, geez. Well, I ran 48 miles an hour.
Did you, what, was it because you got out of it, or what happened?
Oh,
Traction?
It started, really, it hooked terrible. Worse now
Worse
than when it was higher.
Yeah, well,
So
they
I
haven't
don't know
re-prepped.
why.
Well, they haven't re-prepped. We're on the same prep as an hour ago or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till they prep it again because it's useless. I can't hook for nothing. And I lowered the two-step a lot, 200 RPM, so still ain't hooking. So it's not, I think it's a drag.
Yeah.
It's the heat.
But I know you left a little early, like 100, but I think you left because I left.
No, I didn't even see you, honestly. I just focused on light. I didn't see you. Then I saw a red light, but I wasn't sure if it was me or you.
It was both of us, actually.
Oh, both of us?
You were 100 negative, but I was more than 500 negative.
Oh, we both red light.
Yeah.
And I asked him, who red light? Oh.
But first is worse, so I lose because I left first, but when you both red light, but...
It's not a matter of winning or losing. Go race that guy. You're gonna beat him bad.
Yeah, maybe. We'll do it again later after they reprep.
Yeah, I want to check the suspension on this thing.
Cool. All right, round 3 with Greg. And I guess technically we're 1-1. I took that first race, but I lost the second one on that red light. We're down to 84% battery state of charge. We're in Dragstrip mode, 2 minutes till peak performance, which is actually where we run some of our fastest times. The track was recently prepped. You can see it looks pretty good there. I don't think I'm going to roll through. I don't have time for it. I like the line I'm seeing, and now I don't know whether we're going to get a Pro Tree or a full tree. We came in from the tower side, which is normally a full Sportsman tree, but I don't know. We're going to find out here. Rick, red light. Now, of course, that's my first Sportsman tree of the night, and after going from Pro Tree to full tree, your nerves get a little there on edge. It was an 0-1 reaction, which is pretty good, a 10, but on the wrong side of 0, so 10 thousandths of a second negative, which could also be just from staging about 1 inch too deep. I thought I was staged about right. I'll watch the video later, see if I was a little deeper than I wanted to be. Thank you very much. If I just tickle that staging bulb barely, I get my best ET, and that's how I expect to be staged for a near perfect reaction time. Any deeper than that is a red light by a tiny bit like this, -010. But let's look at the rest of the numbers here. 147 60 foot, all right. 598 eighth mile at 118. 924 ET at 150.4 miles an hour. So, as I've often said out here, left lane traps higher than the right lane, and that proved to be the case again. About 7% of charge ago, we were running 149 in the other lane. Swap lanes, we should be running, all things being equal, 148, but no, now we're over 150 just because we changed lanes. But Greg still isn't getting traction out here, so that's kind of 3 blown runs for Greg, but if there was money on the line, I just lost 2 out of 3 by way of red light right there, jumping the light on the second race. But in terms of crossing the finish line first, we managed to do that all 3 times, but it doesn't change the fact that we lost 2 out of 3. I'm quite confident that second run, the one we didn't get a time slip on, would have been a 920 something, since the first was 922 and the third was 924. Let's see what happened with Greg's car.
Did you red light or did I red light? Somebody red lit.
I red lit by the slimmest of margins.
I saw a red light. I didn't even care. I didn't even care.
I was 010.
I can't. Yeah, you know. It's just
I was 10 thousandths.
Yeah, I mean, it's the heat. It's not. I'm not gonna blame the guys who do the track. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
It's the heat.
You won 2 out of 3 thanks to me jumping and.
And I win nothing, man. A win would have been a good run out of it, you know. But
yeah. Well, hey, you trapped 154 on that other pass.
Yeah. But did you see what happened on my second one? I thought the tires were like violently shaking.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I tried to get back in it, and then I was like, it just like stopped.
Yeah, you don't want to try to drive through that.
No.
But
what happened was it broke the tires. I got back in it and boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, that's not good.
No, that's not good at all.
That's when you break drivetrain pieces.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we'll give it a shot. Maybe the conditions will be better next week.
I think it's just too damn hot. I don't know. Are other people having hook problems? Or is it just me?
I've seen all kinds of people having traction problems on the other side. Even to these street cars, 400 or 500 horsepower.
Oh, that's right.
Cars.
You said earlier they couldn't hook.
On the first, second shift, they're breaking traction. Those cars.
You know,
I was fortunate, but I found some lines. So all my runs were in the 920s. I had a 922 and 924. I didn't get a ticket on the one in between, but it was probably 920 something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was racing a Cobra Jet Mustang in Vegas a while back. I had one. I broke the tires loose in second. The car went sideways. I almost hit the wall. They actually, at the end of the run, the guy came over to me and was like, you know, dude, because he was actually kind of nasty. He's like, you better learn how to control your car.
Yeah.
And I was like, you think I meant to do that?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But did you wear your brown pants that day?
Yeah, exactly. I was really, yes. I really. All right, bro. I'm gonna pack this up and get out of here.
We'll try it again next time.
Great to see you, bro.
And yeah, we'll get some traction next week.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, just those 3 runs for us tonight. No other interesting cars out here to run against, so we'll just call it a night. But let's talk about the COPO. So after Greg swapped out the blower, went from the Whipple to the Magnuson, he's had nothing but traction issues. I'm of the belief that he's making more power down low than he was before. Also, the conditions haven't been great. So I've suggested a couple ideas to Greg, including making some suspension adjustments for the track conditions, as well as maybe launch from a lower RPM, since he might be making more power down low. He normally launches that thing at 2,600 RPM. He dropped it to 2,400 on that last pass, but he still wasn't hooking up, so maybe 2,200 is the right number with that new blower. There's obviously a variety of factors involved. So in addition to these 3 runs tonight, Greg also made 3 runs last night at Showtime Dragstrip. Let's take a look at those 3 runs right now. All right, Greg's got a new blower, and he's gonna make his first pass here tonight. You're saying right now, but
he's the guy that did all the work.
All right, on. Whole new blower here, Magnuson now, and Greg thinks it might be worth an extra 100 horse. He was running some 530s at this track previously with the Whipple. Let's see if he can run better than 530 here tonight. Burnout sounds good. .50, 111 miles an hour. All right, here's Greg's second pass. action to be had.
Right.
And we'll see you next time right here on the Tesla Plaid channel. All right, we're getting close to 22,000 miles on these tires and still about 900 drag strip runs. You can see we got a good amount of tread here. That's the fronts, the original fronts from 3 years ago.